we've done 91 lessons so far. And, day by day, we are nearing an inch of you finishing these studies and having that diploma that you have always wanted 2 years ago when you registered. So we are going to continue with customer relationship management. And since you are looking at relationship management, you would agree with me that if you are talking about a relationship, it doesn't matter whether it's umjolo or whether it's a business relationship. If you are talking about any form of relationship, even a family relationship, there has to be a form of satisfaction and loyalty. Is it so, guys?
Yes, sir.
I know some would say that, but wait, in family, we are bound by blood, whereby we say blood is thicker than water. So there's no need for loyalty. There's no need for my sister to be loyal to me. There's no need for my father to be loyal or to be satisfied with me as long as they know that I'm their daughter, as long as they know that we are siblings. Do you think that kind of a relationship is going to work whereby you don't benefit anything from your relative as long as you are bound by blood or DNA or amadlozi ancestors?
No, it's not gonna work.
Hmm. And it is the same thing in business. People can say that we don't care whether there's trust, whether there's loyalty, whether there's satisfaction, as long as there's a contract that binds us as business partners that this is the kind of a relationship that you are going to have. Do you think that can work?
Sorry, sir. Please repeat that.
I think so.
Sticking to a business contract instead of having any other form of relationship other than that of a contract.
No, that's not good.
Hmm.
But
Matapelo
sometimes
is saying something. Pardon?
sometimes it is good, just contract, nothing else.
Okay. But what happens if, for example, the other party, at their workplace, there was a robbery or someone died and stuff like that? Would you still want to stick to that contract instead of having a form of empathy? Because empathy is part of the relationship.
Okay, when you put it like that, then I guess I was wrong. You
No,
need
you are not
to,
wrong.
but otherwise, sometimes it's good to stick to the contract and not meet
Hmm.
like other things. Maybe our contract says we're meeting this time. We do it. It's strictly business, and then there
Hmm.
are some things. You see something like a funeral or something. That's something. It's not like fun. It's not something we all plan. It's something that happens. It's something I don't know how to put it, man. But I hope I
I
make
get, I
sense.
get you, Matapel, 100%. And that's what also my boss used to say, like the way Americans do business versus the way the British or the South African do business. Most South African businesses are driven by Ubuntu, whereby before we do business, I understand that you're a human being, right? I understand that you can make mistakes. I understand that you have got family. I understand that there's this and that. That's how the South African version of doing business would be driven by Ubuntu. Then the American version of business is that we put business first, then the rest follows. To an extent that if the contract says that you need to deliver 50 masks per month, you need to deliver those. I don't care whether someone died in the factory and slowed your production. I don't care whether people are protesting because the contract says you must deliver and you have to deliver. Okay? While the Ubuntu version will be like, you know what, the contract says you must deliver, but if there are reasonable ground that you got distracted, whether by an sudden, unfortunate death or whatever, then we can understand as your business partners. So we not necessarily saying that you can disrespect the contract, but if there are some issues, we can understand because we know that you are human. You know, while these others they are strictly by business, meaning whether you are going through something at home or bakulahlile or bakudlile, you need to respect contract. And that way it means that there's also productivity because you need to get to, go out of your way to make sure that you are respecting your contract. And I think that's what Matapeli are saying.
It, yes, sir, that's what exactly I'm
Mm.
saying.
And sometimes you realize that from a business point of view, sometimes if you mix what you call business with pleasure, it becomes a thing. But however, satisfaction is one that drives relationships, is the one that drives, long-term understanding, mutual understanding, because if you are not satisfied, you always go where there is satisfaction. So these are the things that I discussed with Primonia on Friday. It was only me and Primonia, unfortunately. You realize that people's needs are always evolving. So what satisfies you today can be different, from what is going to satisfy you tomorrow. So that's why you end up realizing that making someone happy is quite complex because what makes people happy today might be different from what makes people happy tomorrow. Or doing the same thing over and over again might become monotonous, like you're just used to this. You're no longer enjoying it anymore. Like it's now boring. Every day in the morning we kiss. Every day in the morning we kiss. Same baby kiss and stuff like that. Be like, no, man. You end up coming across someone who's giving a different kiss, then jiggy jiggy. You are now cheating. Okay? So it means that things that companies are doing, if it is the same thing over and over again, it can be boring and they end up leaving you for competitors. Yes, Matapen.
Sir, I have a
Mm-hmm.
question here, Nick.
Yeah, Bo.
So, sir,
Mm-hmm.
like, for the reason why I was saying, like, sometimes we need to stick to contract is because I feel like we, as customers and employees or whatever, or a client, we tend to misinterpret the relationship constant of our clients and their businesses and everything, because now you find a company that's holding on to another company not because they're good but because of they like, oh, we've known them for a long time, oh, everyone loves
Mm.
them. So it's not about their qualities anymore, it's about something else, and that loses the direction of the business. I don't know if I make sense though.
That's true.
I
You
feel
do
like
make
when
sense.
tend to mess up business mostly it messed up business.
Mm. The problem is that sometimes people relax too much. I'd use the word relax because even in
Mm.
relationship, we see like people would relax, and because there is a relationship beyond the contract, now they start discarding what the contract demands. So people
Yes,
relax. Then at the end of the
yes.
day, what's bringing us together initially was business. Is now more leisure, and we are no longer productive. Then it becomes a big problem. I do get you, Matapiri Matrasi. So last week we spoke about the difference between loyalty and satisfaction, like what is the link, what is the relationship, and you also spoke about uh, using digital media to increase loyalty and value. Because, when you're talking about satisfaction and loyalty, you can never take away the word value. Um, if you remember, Primonia, I showed you a video about a young Zulu girl who was dating a guy for about 5 years, if I remember. And when they were dating, she was finding value there. Everything was cool until the guy realized that, you know what, we are enjoying this relationship. Now it's time for me to introduce you to my father. So the introduction to a father, it was actually, a step of advancing the relationship. Only to be shocked that the lady is now confessing that she's now dating the father. And the father is giving her more value, monetary value, social value, everything about the relationship with the father is actually better compared to the one that she has dated for 5 years. So we use that video as a case study in class, on how all of a sudden someone could switch without turning back after they find a value elsewhere. Not saying that it was a good thing or it was a bad thing, but these are the things that we come across in branding, in digital marketing, whereby you think I am a Mahindra or you think I am a Haval and this is the value that I'm giving my customers. But the moment your customers taste something different, something that is speaking to their soul, they can switch their loyalty there and there, and they don't even look back, they forget about you. So today we are going to do a case study on satisfaction and loyalty. And I know that you guys are from a personal point of view, somehow, there are things that satisfies you. There are brands that satisfies you. There are brands that you are loyal to, right? As an exercise, which brand satisfies you guys and which brands are you loyal to? Yes, and Paul?
So you're asking in terms of like which department?
Anything that satisfies you, Paul.
Anything for me, in terms of food, um, I would say Woolworths
Mm-hmm.
and clothes. Ew, there's quite a lot.
And the
There's
fact that you started with food, do you see why you gained weight?
ah,
I'm joking, Paul.
and then clothes. There's quite a lot, but I like brands that offer quality, value for money. Yeah.
Okay, let's just work with what you've just told us, Woolies. So you are satisfied with Woolies. So as a result of being satisfied, would you remain loyal to Woolies or you also go to other outlets that provide the same food that is being provided by Woolies?
I do go to other stores like Pick and Pay.
Manje awukho loyal wena. Okay, we'll
Hmm.
get to that. Anyone else? What satisfies you guys?
Hey,
Kamo?
no, I was thinking about maybe let's say I'm looking for equipment or sound equipment. I'm always thinking for the affordable alternative all the time. So regardless if um maybe it has proper quality, for me it's all about depending on that specific product. But like if it's something light like your lightings and your smoke machines,
Hmm.
for me as long as it works,
So
as
it
long as it
doesn't
works,
matter who is selling them.
yeah.
Evan. Okay, all right. Is there anyone else? What
For
Nkamo is
me,
saying
I
is
would say
actually typical of a man. Yes, Matapero?
I would say I'm loyal to how trains say, I say that I'm so loyal to how train to that extent that even when I see that financially I'm going I'm going down, I'll still stick to how train no matter where I go. Even though I know that okay, if I take this transportation, it's more cheaper and I still get there. You still the destination is still the same, but I'll still stick to how train no matter what. I mean, like I stick to how train
So
and
even
how
if
fast.
even if how train is down, you would rather not go where you were supposed to go.
Yeah, for me, sir, like the other day, I saw that I'm so loyal to how train because um I could have requested. We were going to see a friend. I was going to meet her in Mall of Africa. So when I got to meet her, so the buses on at Mitren, they only work they only work Monday to Friday. But because of the way people are requesting that, can they also work on Saturday and Sunday?
Hmm.
But on Saturday and Sunday they don't work like as usual. Like they don't come every after 10 minutes. They take like 20, 30 minutes before you get before you get a bus. whereby with an Uber or a Bolt, I could get to Gautrain very fast. So I waited for 30 minutes for another bus instead of me requesting to Mall of Africa, which is like very close to the Gautrain station. Like that's where I saw that. No, I'm so loyal to Gautrain.
Okay. So, guys, based on what you've just said, is there a link between loyalty and being satisfied?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
a big one, sir. Because I'm saying I'm loyal to Gautrain station because of because how I'm satisfied and how I
Mm,
feel safe and everything,
mm,
sir. Because in the Gautrain station I can sleep. Say, I mean, like I can drop my phone. I'm still gonna get it. You know,
Hmm.
if I'm not gonna find it at Lost and Found, I am so before you even leave the Gautrain station, the securities are running to you. Like I have once saw an accident at whereby the station in Sandton, the station in Sandton, like you take like 3 elevators before you get to the top part, before you get to the ground floor. This kids pick up this white guy's cell phone. I don't know what brand it was, but they pick it up and like because there were like five of them, they tried to like hide it. But before they even left, the securities were onto them already because of cameras. And the
Okay.
white guy didn't even notice that they lost the phone. So loyalty does like go with being satisfied a long time. Like
All right.
Mpola's Woolworth, because of what she's getting at Woolworth. If
Yes,
she wasn't getting what she was getting, she was
hmm.
gonna choose right.
But if we go back to Mpo and Nkamo, because they said something very different there. Mpo confessed, I call it a confession, because she said that she can still get stuff from Pick and Pay. Nkamo said that for him, as long as it is good quality, it doesn't matter where he's getting it from. So he's not loyal to anyone as long as he get it elsewhere. So based on what Mpo and Nkamo said, are they satisfied? Are they loyal or what?
Okay.
So first of all, we're living in a competitive world, so it's good for them to have a healthy competition. They should fight for my money, and I'm like I said, I'm always looking for an affordable alternative. Yeah, so whoever that is offering it cheap with good service, and it's the same product, but or maybe it's different products, different quality. As long as it does the job, I'm
Okay,
taking it.
I
But
do get you.
if it's something that I want to last for a long run, like your speakers, your things like that, I will I am loyal to a specific shop.
So you
Uh,
mean that
but if it's like
if if you are with your lady, she must still act as if she's in a competition with others, even though you guys are now,
we're
together.
talking about sound,
But no,
we're talking
loyalty
about
is loyalty, guys. These things also apply in relationship. There's a reason why I'm asking these things. We'll come back to that. When Kamo was explaining, Mpo was like, as if she's agreeing with him. Let's hear you, Mpo. Why would you still go to Pick and Pay when Woolies is making you happy?
so, um, now I'm from a township near originally.
And in
So
township, you are not loyal.
in townships, Woolworths is not available. So my go-to when I'm there is Pick and Pay. But when I'm in the suburbs or wherever where there's Woolies, that one is my go-to.
Okay. So I am only loyal to my man if he is in my proximity.
No, it's
The
different
moment I
dynamics.
cannot
No,
reach
no, no,
him,
no, no.
because you are talking about proximity here, Mpo,
But the dynamics are
Woolies being far
different.
away. Here you are saying, is it Woolies being not within your reach? Is it what you are saying?
Yes.
So if it's not within your reach, what would you do?
No, but you can't compare my relationship with supermarkets with a partner.
But that's what people do. Others wouldn't be saying today that Njolo is a pandemic, right?
And they're crazy. It's different dynamics. True.
Okay, I get you.
Mm,
I get you.
mm,
The reason why I'm asking these things, these are the dynamics that you are finding, not only amongst the brands. Of course, in branding, we have seen someone being a regular at Pick and Pay, and tomorrow they're a regular at Woolies. And even if you open your wallet right now, you'll find out that Mpo has got a Pick and Pay Smart Shopper card. She has got a Checkers Extra Savings Tonton. She has got Woolies Rewards. She has got Shopra. This like, why don't you just have one card? Because the things that you get at Pick and Pay using a Smart Shopper card are the things that you get at Checkers using an Extra Savings and so forth. You know. And also in relationships, you'd find people with Inkamo's mindset. I'm not saying that's what Inkamo does. You know, saying that as long as I'm being satisfied, I don't care who the girl is. So they can have as multiple partners as possible. Because what he needs is satisfaction, not an individual who is going to provide that satisfaction. So if you are not there tomorrow, I can get Nomambani to satisfy me. So these are the dynamics that you are finding, and you realize that to sum up on this discussion, there are instances whereby satisfaction and loyalty go hand in hand. Someone who is highly satisfied will end up sticking or committing to what makes them happy for good. Okay, so words that we can include when it comes to loyalty and satisfaction is commitment and uh, sticking to one thing for good. However, there are also instances whereby you get high levels of satisfaction, but you are not necessarily loyal. They do happen, these things. That's why in society we say that so and so was using me. So they're only getting what they want out of you for them to be happy, but they did not want to commit to you. We also have, customers who are like that. You know, you are a frequent buyer at Pick and Pay, but that does not necessarily mean that you are loyal to Pick and Pay. You're just there at Pick and Pay whenever they display something that makes you happy, whenever they satisfy you. So even in relationship, we realize that what satisfied you yesterday is not the same with something that is going to satisfy you today. Customers are also like that. This year you can be satisfied with high jeans or high waist jeans. Then next year you feel like, you know what, I need to test crop tops. So all of a sudden that shop that was providing you with high waist jeans, if it doesn't provide you with crop tops, it means that you're going to leave them for a shop that produces crop tops. So these are the instances that brands must take note of, the same instances that we take note of when we are in our relationships, that satisfaction is not permanent, loyalty is not permanent, especially when it is not being cultivated. So once you realize from your databases, from your customer relationship management models, you can actually say that, you know what, our customers are easily taken, are easily blown away by competitors. So in order to keep them, this is what we need to do so that they are not blown away. Our customers have got issues with loyalty. In order to keep them, every 3 months or every 6 months, let's have promotions only buy our smart shopper cards. And you've seen supermarkets doing that. There's no way a year can end when Pick and Pay does not have things on discounts that are only bought by a smart shopper card. They are just returning their customers. There's no way checkers can, complete the whole year without things on discount on promotion. They are trying to maintain their base and keep their loyal customers. So you're actually incentivizing someone to stay, not to go. Even you guys, we might debate for the whole day here. If you are in a relationship, there are things that you are doing to keep your partner satisfied and to keep your partner loyal. Even though in sometimes there are people who are never loyal, you realize that no matter what you do, no matter how much the efforts are investing, people still go. It is the same thing um, in branding. However, for the fact that it's a customer relationship management, it means that there has to be mutual understanding. You need to understand what is it that makes a customer happy in order to maintain a relationship with them, in order to make sure that they remain satisfied. Otherwise, if you do not understand their side, you are going to continue doing things that the customer is not happy with, and they are going to leave you. The same way with relationships, if you do not understand your partner's needs, you are going to keep doing things that you think or you assume your partner's needs, and at the end of the day, you'll be investing in something that is not working, and they are going to leave you. You can always cry and say, "Oh, but I cook for you every day. I cook for you." What if it's not food that I'm satisfied with? I want something else. So brands are also doing that. They are investigating customers. They are getting insights in customers so that they understand what is it that customers want, and they try to meet the customer expectations. I don't know if I made any sense, guys.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, hope that you do.
So, do you guys, please don't comfort yourself with lies. Do you think at some point there's something that you are doing to keep your partners happy or satisfied or loyal?
Yes, sir.
Do you think there's something that you are doing in your family relationships to keep your mother or your father or your siblings happy? Or you are just existing, coexisting as brothers and sisters?
Yeah. If you're
I know.
speaking in terms of family, it can go either way.
Okay.
But for
Which,
me personally, I feel like generally loyalty and satisfaction is a result of provision. If there's something that you're providing, then definitely the next person is going to feel the need to gravitate more towards you and to be loyal.
so if you are no longer providing, it means voucher.
Yes.
So do you think there are people like Chappies?
No. Yes.
Do you know Chappies, right?
Yes.
You know what I mean, guys, right?
Mm.
Hmm. Hi, this life is not fair sometimes. Yo,
Yeah.
how can you see
There is a
someone as Chappies,
political
but they do
word.
happen? Hmm.
Mm.
Do you think Nokia ended up being like Chappies?
Sir?
Do you think Nokia the phone, ended up being like
Yes,
Chappies?
yes, yes, definitely. Nokia and what's that? Blackberry.
Hmm.
Definitely, yeah.
So do you see where my conversations guys go? You'll be like, oh, teacher Lord, he loves him, Jolo Sterek. These things
They
somehow.
had a lot of opportunities to up their game,
Hmm.
but okay.
So guys, this lesson also challenges you to up your game, eh, Paul? You can't lie about sinuses every day. I can't say I've got sinuses. Hey, I've got
Oh, not that I lie about them every
there's
day.
someone with no sinuses who's going to avail themselves.
Palamis, I have sinuses every day, Vale. It's just that sometimes they're hectic.
Okay. All right, guys. Based on what Paul said and everything that we have discussed, do you think satisfaction is organic? As in, is it natural? Is it something that people are born with, or it has to be earned?
I think it could go both ways because if you are a person that, you are willing to let the next person satisfy you, then definitely. But also, it is earned. It doesn't just happen. There is something that is done that makes you, feel that way.
Okay, let's hear others.
So I say it's not natural. Next, there's nothing natural about loyalty. Next. Nothing.
So,
I say it's
Matapelo,
end. It's
Don't you feel like
natural.
there are people who are naturally born with loyalty, like they just commit in whatever relationship that they get, whether they are being satisfied or not, they just feel like, you know what, I'm dating this guy and I'm going to be loyal to him. It doesn't matter whether he mistreats me or what. My principle is that I don't change partners. The fact that I'm with him, I'm going to be loyal and commit to him.
Fair. Even if the partner is cheating, there is some part that partner is performing well that makes them look aside the mistreat. There is no one but loyal. There's no naturally. There's nothing natural about loyalty. So the reason why I'm saying there's
There are
nothing
people, yeah,
the reason
continue.
why I'm saying there's nothing. The reason why I'm saying it's not natural. It's because if you can change it and turn around and not be loyal in just a second, then there's
Mm,
nothing natural about it.
like even when you're looking at the scourge of gender-based violence in this country, and
Mm,
you realize that there are so many women. Of course, I do not have statistics, but it's
mm.
everyone's common knowledge that there are people who are being abused, beaten. Almost every week you've got a blue eye, but they continue being loyal to their partner. They don't even
And
report it.
let me tell you, say I also don't have numbers, but within those women, there is a lot of them. They don't report their partners or they don't leave their partners because of because of what? I don't want to go back to Mommy Lodi. Everyone knows I stay in
Mm.
Sandton. I rather injure the pain in Sandton than go back to Mommy Lodi. I don't want to go back and take a taxi. I rather keep on driving this car because if I report this guy, if I lose this guy will take the car. So I don't want to go back and take a taxi, or I don't want to go back and take a train with Matapelo. You get what I'm
But
saying? I don't want to go
yes,
back and stay at the back
but
room.
isn't that loyalty for the fact that they are sticking to this guy despite the horrible experience that they are getting from him, to an extent of even losing their lives? We have so many femicides in this country, Abu Karabo Mokwena and stuff like that. People have died from violence. So do you say it's loyalty or it's something else?
There, let me tell you, our loyalty is gained. That's not they are not natural loyalty. They are loyal to as Mpo said that there's different people, there's different parts of loyalty. They are loyal to something else. I'm in a relationship. You
Hmm.
beating me and everything. I enjoy it. I'm loyal to myself driving a Mercedes Benz.
Okay.
I
Nkamen
rather
Timonia.
die. I rather die there.
So I, for me, it goes everywhere in anything, not just but you also surrounded by people. For me to start based on your respect or your behavior, how you approach people and stuff like that. For me to, it has to go a mile or so in a way to a point where maybe if I'm picking up a point of things that I can learn from your circle guy, this guy or this, um, whatever that he's saying is actually, meaningful or whatever the case may be, then I can start opening up and say my 2 cents on whatever conversation that is based on whatever topic that we're talking about. Um, Things like that. So, yeah, satisfaction goes a long way before you can get, or you can be rather loyal to someone or some brand or some conversations or some whatever products. That's my view.
Okay. Primonia, do you have something to add on?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Primonia.
For me, loyalty is a choice.
It's a
Like, as
choice.
you said,
You're coming up with something very interesting. A choice. Okay.
yes, like as you said, Ruthie, you can be in a abusive relationship
and then you choose to stay because maybe you have kids with that person.
Mm.
Like you chose to stay because you have kids, not because you want to stay. So that's why I'm saying it's a choice.
Okay, I had something in mind before it disappears based on what Primonia is saying. Okay, choice. Choice. What is it that I wanted to say? Okay. So guys, if loyalty is a choice, it means that you can always change your mind, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Then another thing, maybe we are misinterpreting the term loyalty. When someone says that they are loyal to Adidas as a brand, or they are loyal to another human being, whose loyalty is it? Who owns that loyalty? Is it you being loyal for your own sanity as an individual, like this is my principle, and as someone who is in a relationship, I am expected as a principle, as my principles, as my values to be loyal, or you are being loyal for the sake of Adidas, or you are being loyal for the sake of your partner. I don't know
So
if you are getting me, guys.
I feel like it can also go both ways. You know, it's loyalty is both a decision and consideration. To
Hmm.
say, okay, if I do things out of this relationship that I have with this particular person or with this particular thing, what are the results gonna be? What are they gonna look like? What are they gonna feel like?
Hmm.
So for me, it's both a decision that you want to be loyal, obviously, which translates to, you know, your values as a person, but also consideration to say you care about the next person or the next party.
Okay. Now I want to ask Nkamo Heleng for a specific reason. Nkamo, what really works for you? Receiving loyalty or satisfaction?
Depending on what are we talking about, sir.
All right, let me be direct. Umjolo, you want a loyal lady or you want a lady who is satisfied? You need to choose one,
Lady who is satisfied.
not who is loyal. So she can go and sleep no mambani as long as she's satisfied with you.
Aye, oh, I say, no,
Because
no, no.
loyal it means that she's loyal to you alone, right?
Yes,
But
that's what
satisfied
I want.
she can be with someone else as long as she's satisfied to you.
No, sir. I
Okay, let's
wanted to
hear
be.
ladies now. I got Nkamo's answer. Let's hear lady. Guys, having a loyal man versus having a satisfied man.
I said, now my point still stands. They're not, is it mutually exclusive? Yeah, they're not mutually exclusive. One needs the other to exist. Satisfaction is provision, and loyalty is a decision you're making from that satisfaction that you've been given.
Okay, all right, Matapelo. I don't think she can hear me. The reason why I'm asking these things, guys, brands also need to understand who are our loyal customers and who are our satisfied customers. Because sometimes there's a fine line. Okay, I gave Primonia an example on Friday that you can have that typical lady in your communities. There's a woman in your community who has got 4 kids, 4 children with the same man. Okay, but they are never together. So it's always on and off, but she has never had kids with other men. It's always this kind of men. Today, they are happy, they get pregnant by Mitisana. Kusasa, they go separate ways, they meet again. Like, they are not married, they are not in a relationship, but they've got kids together. So what's that? Are they loyal to each other or they just satisfy each other? Haven't you guys come across people like that? Really?
Yes, I
I
have,
have
sir.
several times.
I say it's a tricky one because for me, I feel like it's both. Not particularly both, but it's loyalty. Although they might not be satisfied by, I don't know, other things, but for the fact that they keep on coming back, that means
Mm.
um there's nothing out there that I can consider to be loyal to, yeah, well, other than the struggle that they know themselves.
Mm.
Yeah, well, so I don't know.
Okay.
That
So
that
you
my
make me think of something else, Nkamo, because they've also had people who have been sticking to iPhone, then all of a sudden they see like, no, I want a Samsung. Jiggy jiggy, they go back to iPhone. So do you mean there's nothing out there in a Samsung now? They became prodigal sons. They are coming back to the brand that they were loyal to before.
they stick to the struggle they know basically.
Hmm.
I feel like
How many
because
times have you guys reconnected with your exes?
you know
We've never.
After you have been sure that you know what, it's over.
Loyalty.
We will never be together again. Then jiggy jiggy, tomorrow you are together
We've
again.
never.
Yeah, I don't think it's loyalty.
What is it?
It's attachment.
Yeah, and
Oh, all right. I love that word attachment. So let's
for me, I
put
feel
that
like
word.
it's satisfaction. So, hey,
Hmm?
so satisfaction plays a role because a
Okay.
girl might dump you today, after a long-term relationship, and then tries to go out there. Whatever that you were giving her, it can be anything. I don't want to specify it, but it can be anything. Whenever she goes out, she won't get the same thing. Maybe for for a while, or even for the rest of the time until she decides to text you, come back to you. Hey, yo, bruh, I can't cope.
Okay.
Thing.
yeah,
Simonia,
That's
you
because
had your mic on.
that's not loyalty.
that's
So
satisfaction. I'm saying that, yes.
I think they are not loyal to each other, but they satisfy each other.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, it's not
Someone mentioned attachment. In branding, we've got what we call brand attachment. So where does attachment fit in between loyalty and satisfaction? Because that's a very, very crucial term, attachment. It can also increase sales. People being attached to iPhone 20 instead of iPhone 10, for example.
Loyalty said falls under loyalty for me.
Okay. So that's why you guys have got CBT to say, you come back again to me. Uzobuya lo. You've got the guts
Nah,
to say that. So is that they'll come back for something that they will never find out there.
But that's the thing, say coming back doesn't mean I'm loyal to you because if I'm loyal to you, I was never gonna leave from the first place. You get
mm,
what
Hmm. But customers do that, do that more often. So you mean that all iPhone users have never used an Android in their lives? Then can you say they are not loyal?
they have said there's a situation they
So
have.
if you want to test outside just for the sake of testing, are you loyal or not?
Oh, sir, why you saying that? Why?
No, for the fact
okay.
that for the past 20 years you have been using an Apple phone. Now you want to just to get a feel of how Samsung does things. Are you not loyal to Apple? Like you are not leaving Apple for good. You just want to get a feel of Samsung. Are you not loyal to Apple?
You are.
That's
You
not
you are loyal.
loyalty. You're not
Why?
loyal.
Primonia
Right,
says you are not loyal.
right.
Because if you are
So we
loyal,
said
there's no way you would want to test other things. Stick to what you are loyal to. I'm sure that's what Primonia is trying to say.
that's like saying do not flirt with other girls, even though you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Don't
Hmm.
flirt with other boys.
So why would
In
you
a
wanna
way.
flirt with other girls when
Um,
you have your partner?
You want to test the experience outside.
Really?
That's what people say. They want to get the other feel. I can't be flying using Qatar Airways. even though I've been using Qatar Airways, I would be missing out on what is happening out there. Let me try France Airways or British Airways. So does that mean that you're not loyal to Qatar Airways? That's what I'm asking.
But also, so what defines loyalty? Is loyalty
Mm.
defined by you not being open to other options in terms of a customer and a company relationship?
So do you mean if if you are loyal to Qatar Airways as a company, for example, you can actually tell them that, guys, listen, I'm not running away. I just want to feel what your competitors offering. You are
Yes,
open to them.
in case they have better, because I
Mm,
heard that there's better.
mm. Okay. Do you
Yes.
agree, guys?
That's not loyalty.
Imagine telling your man that, you know what, I just want to feel
No,
ukuthi
but so
abanye
I
banjani.
specified, I said in terms of a customer and a company relationship.
Remember, your digital marketing strategies, guys, are also influenced by this. You need to know the intricacies of loyalty and satisfaction and how you are going to
Yeah,
come up with factors. That's why we are discussing these things.
yeah.
I can't hear you, Nkamo Helen.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Oh, it was in the background. Okay. Hey, it seems in the loyalty and satisfaction. So, guys, since we say that brands loyalty can be both ways, it can be organic, it can also be earned. What is it that brands need to do to earn satisfaction, like to get customers satisfied or have organic satisfaction? And what is it that brands need to do to earn loyalty? Let's have a discussion. Is there anything that Apple have to do to get their customers satisfied? Or it's natural that Apple is brilliant, you know? It's natural that Apple has got good gadgets. There's nothing that they need to do from their side because they've always have this niche thing that makes them great.
No, sir, I think it has to do with fulfilling the customer's needs. So if they feel some sort of, their need has been fulfilled, they will be satisfied and eventually loyal.
Okay. So it doesn't matter whether you're a yellow bone or a dark chocolate. There's something that you still need to do in your relationship.
Yes.
We've heard that so many times, guys, right?
Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter whether you are rich, you've got money, or you've got a six pack, and you are appetizing. As long as you do not keep consistency to make the other partner look great, then you know no one is going to be loyal to you. In fact, I've realized that these so-called people have got the things that they think these are things that are required in relationships are the ones who always lose loyalty a lot. Like, I've got calves, I've got this. Yeah, you are cheated more often than those who do not have. Because you are too occupied with what you have instead of thinking about what is it that people need when they come to you. So their brains are like that. You'd never know. Maybe Blackberry was like, I've got BBM, I've got this and that, you know. Then jiggy jiggy, there's something more that is coming. What's up, this and that. Then all of a sudden customers leave Blackberry. I don't know if I'm making any sense, guys.
Yes, sir.
Because sometimes as brands, we get so too occupied with what we have, what we can brag about. The same way someone can brag saying that they are yellow born. Someone can brag saying that they've got 5 degrees. Someone that they can brag saying that they are rich. Someone that they can brag saying that they've got hips or they've got this and they've got that. Forgetting about how people who are in their lives are being satisfied or being loyal. Remember, we spoke about satisfaction, and satisfaction comes with happiness. I can never be satisfied if something does not make happy. What satisfies me makes me happy. So brains need to think about those things the same way we are looking at it, Jolo. So this is an exercise that you guys need to go through about Fresh Group. Fresh Group. It is available on Core Campus. How it come up with the digital marketing strategy for it. The loyalty programs. So as you can see, there are also brands that have got loyalty programs. Your PFG group, which is the fashion group, your Markham, they do have loyalty programs to make sure that customers remain loyal to them. You need to think about how engaging content, can boost or nurture loyalty. All these things, these are about strategy implementation, and I want you guys to go through this on your own. They're also going to help you with your F3 assignment as you come up with a strategy for the gas assurance. So by focusing on personalized experiences, exceptional customer services, a rewarding loyalty program, and engaging contact, brands can be able to foster a more loyal and satisfied customer base. And it can be demonstrated that the importance of a holistic approach in digital marketing to drive customer loyalty and customer retention is actually necessary. And as you can see there, guys, the term that is above all the terms there is personalization. You need to personalize experiences, okay? The moment you personalize experiences, it means that you understand whoever you are giving services to, you understand their personal needs, their individual needs, and you can then be able to deliver satisfaction with them. I'm talking from a branding point of view here. Same thing in Umjolo. If you are with me, understand me, understand my personal needs, not your needs. We are not talking about your needs, but my personal needs. The moment you personalize that, then if something happens, people cannot blame you. They cannot blame me for not being satisfied with what I'm being offered based on my needs. Okay. But if you come to me and you be like, no, this is what I've been doing to my exes, I've been doing this and it has been working. I always hear people saying that. In my past 5 relationships, I've always been doing this. So it means that you are the one who's the problem. But am I your ex? No, I've got a different taste. I've got different needs. Why are you not personalizing my needs so that you tailor them? I don't know if I'm making any sense, guys. Nkamo?
Yes, sir, you are making sense, sir.
I know you are one of them who would say that, but that's how I've been doing ever since I started this dating game. And already you are confessing that it's a game. Who say that it's a game to play with other human beings? And
Oh
they are
no. This is emotions that we're talking about.
Mm.
No. Hey, no.
All right, guys. Are there any questions or are there any comments?
No questions.
Does it make sense, though, people?
Yes, sir.
Because
I got us.
I
We are
tried by all means to simplify these things for you guys.
Yet you are exposing too much, sir. Hey.
Oh, so Lapa send dicey team.
I would listen to
Guys,
Mr.
can you hear what Nkamo is saying there? Yamuzwa Nkamo, uthi dicey team la. Actually, I'm saying it from a branding perspective, guys, not from a Mjolo perspective. Anyway, so now let's look at measuring the voice of customer in digital media, which is very crucial, by the way. How do you measure a voice? And what voice are we talking about? I see that I've been dragging a lot.